Hi friends, welcome to day 58 Daily Current Affairs. Today first news is Assembly polls to kick off on March 27. Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry to vote in a single phase on April 6. For Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry, all elections are in single phase on April 6. But West Bengal to see 8 phases of voting from March 27 to April 29. Counting of votes for all the states and UT to be held on May 2. On May 2, the counting of votes will be done. Tamil Nadu has 234 constituencies, Assam 126, West Bengal 294, Puducherry 30, Kerala 140. The assembly elections in the states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, West Bengal and Assam and the Union Territory of Puducherry will be held between March 27 and April 29. The ECA announced on Friday. Okay. Next, Karnataka to move Supreme Court against Tamil Nadu project. Move to use surplus Kaveri water illegal, says Bomman. Terming Tamil Nadu's decision to utilize surplus water in the Kaveri basin illegal, Karnataka Home Law and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Basuraj Bommai on Friday said the state would approach the Supreme Court for a legal recourse. The link scheme that Tamil Nadu has started will hurt Karnataka's interest. Officially and legally, the surplus water has not been distributed among the riparian states. He told reporters here after a high-level meeting of technical and legal experts to decide the future course of action. The minister said Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa had already written to the centre to advise Tamil Nadu not to go ahead with the project. The decision follows Tamil Nadu's move to lay foundation of the Kaveri Vellore Vaigai Gunda link scheme last Sunday. This is always the trouble between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka regarding Kaveri water because the water flows from the Karnataka to Tamil Nadu and always Tamil Nadu tries to construct any projects, the restrictions will come from the Karnataka and vice versa. US welcomes India-Pak ceasefire agreement, a positive step towards stability in South Asia. The United States has welcomed the announcement by India and Pakistan that they would observe the 2003 ceasefire along the line of control. The White House called for the two countries to build upon this progress, and the State Department encouraged a reduction in tensions and violence along the LOC. The United States welcomed the joint statement between India and Pakistan that the two countries have agreed to maintain strict observance of ceasefire along the line of control starting on February 25. Second wave of infections unlikely, experts are saying. Model predicts around 60% exposure so far. A recent surge in infections notwithstanding, India is unlikely to see a second wave in infections, says Manindra Agarwal, Deputy Director IIT Kanpur and one of India's leading mathematicians who is involved with the National Supermodel Initiative led by the Department of Science and Technology. As on Friday, India has confirmed a little over 11 million infections since March 2020, of which 1,52,895 were active ones. Professor Agarwal told the Hindu that based on the model, this would at most rise to 11.3 or 11.5 million infections by April 2021, or about 3 lakh to 5 lakh new confirmed infections over the next 10 weeks. Health workers waiting to take swab samples from train travelers in New Delhi. PSU banks insurers important. They will play a key role even as government continues with banking reforms, Prime Minister. While the government was promoting private enterprises wherever possible, India still needed an effective presence of public sector banks and insurance, and the government would continue with banking reforms to strengthen the financial system, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said on Friday. Our top priority is to ensure that the depositor as well as investor experiences trust and transparency. The old ways and old system of banking non-banking sectors are being changed. Mr. Modi said, pointing to the severe harm done by the banking and financial sector 10 to 12 years ago in the name of aggressive lending. US strikes on Iran-backed militias in Syria kill at least 22. This is the first military action after Biden became president. The US military has struck Iran-backed militias in eastern Syria, killing at least 22 fighters, according to a war monitor. In its first military action against Iran-linked groups since Joe Biden became president 5 weeks ago, the Pentagon said it had carried out airstrikes on Thursday at Syria-Iraq border, control point used by Iran-backed groups, destroying multiple facilities in retaliation for the spate of rocket attacks targeting its troops in Iraq. This is last news for today. India out of recession. GDP grows 0.4%. Agriculture stays resilient. Manufacturing returns to growth. NSO widens financial year 21 estimate to 8% contraction. India's economy resurfaced to growth territory in the third quarter of the fiscal year 2020-21, clocking a 0.5% rise in the gross domestic product as per data from the National Statistical Office. GDP had shrunk in the first two quarters by 24.4% and 7.3% as per revised data amid the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdowns, marking a technical recession. The NSO has also revised its advanced national income estimates for financial year 21 to project an 8% decline in GDP compared with 4.4% growth seen in financial year 20. The NSO had earlier estimated a 7.7% shrinkage for financial year 2021. Okay, thanks for watching today's daily news and current affairs. We'll meet again in tomorrow daily news and current affairs. Please comment, like, subscribe and share.